I'm Brian of BeBetterGuys.com, a guy's guide to getting a life. We're talking about what to wear when, specifically looking at what to wear for a job interview. The thing about a job interview is that you want to make a good impression. You want to make sure that your boss looks at you and says, hey, or your potential boss rather, looks at you and says, hey, this guy looks professional, he looks the part. Simultaneously, you don't want anything in your wardrobe or in your person screaming out at him that, you're some kind of crazy guy coming in here with, earrings and things of that nature. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at an example of what looks good coming in for a job interview. So David's wearing a navy blue pinstripe suit. Now, when you think about suits in regards to a job interview, what you want is something muted, something relatively simple. Navy, gray, you could probably do an olive or something like that. I would probably stick to navy and gray. The pinstripe is fine, a muted plaid is fine, solid color is fine. David's got the navy suit on. He is wearing a three-button suit, I'm sorry. David is wearing a three-button suit here. I would keep it to a single-breasted. Double-breasted may be a little formal for a job interview. Three-piece suit is way out of line. That's way too much. And if you're wearing 4 buttons, chances are you're getting ready for the NBA draft, and this is probably the wrong place for you. So David's got a 3-button suit on. David's wearing a plaid shirt, a great orange tie with a small pattern out of proportion to the plaid shirt, so they're not competing with one another. And neither of the patterns are competing with the stripe in the suit.
So this is not too bold for an interview, you don't think?
I don't think the orange is too bold at all. It gives a little punch, gives a little color, but it doesn't scream out at anybody. And it's in harmony with everything else you're wearing here. So that's a good look.
Helps to make you memorable.
Memorable, but not too memorable.
Good point.
You don't wind up coming off as Krusty the Clown. You don't want that. So the next thing I'm going to point to are David's shoes. David's wearing a great pair of brown shoes to go with the blue suit. Typically, people are going to look to wear black shoes. Brown is a nice alternative, particularly this color brown is rich. It adds a little bit of depth. And again, it makes you memorable, but not too memorable. Thing about shoes and suits and things of that nature, your suit and your socks should be the same color, not your shoes and your socks. That's never okay. I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to talk about ties in general. I would recommend keeping all ties very muted, simple patterns, small like this one, stripe perhaps. I have a solid tie on, great looking color. It doesn't detract from the shirt. It doesn't detract from the suit. It complements the whole thing. You don't want any one thing, again, distracting from you, your interview, your resume. You want people to remember you for your qualifications and be memorable and professional looking without having someone say, what in the world was that guy wearing? In regards to shirts, guys are going to get really nervous and probably opt for a white shirt. And white shirt is fine. If in doubt, wear a white shirt. You can never go wrong with a white shirt. But you can wear blue. As you can see, Dave has a little bit of blue here. He has a fairly subtle pattern. You can wear a subtle stripe. That's fine as well. Again, make sure that the stripe or whatever pattern you have on your shirt and whatever pattern you have on your tie do not clash. So if you have a broad striped shirt, you want a smallest patterned tie. Again, same thing with the suit. We talked about the suit a little bit. Navy or gray. The pinstripe is fine. I would also recommend possibly a muted plaid. That'll work wonderfully as well. Or you can go with a solid suit. Either way. But again, make sure that the look that you present is a professional one. I would steer away from, I know a lot of guys wear jewelry these days, and I used to have an earring, but I would not wear an earring to a job interview. I wouldn't wear bracelets. I would keep all that stuff pretty low key. Beyond a watch and a wedding ring, if you happen to be wearing or you wear a ring, that would be about it. Next, we're going to talk about what to wear to a wedding.